Welcome to EyE on You. When we talk about Hong Kong's future development, the Northern Metropolis is a key concept we can't avoid. From innovation and technology, land and housing, and transport, infrastructure to industrial development and talent mobility, it's not just a planning project. It's more like a reshaping of Hong Kong's next phase of economic growth and everyday life. So our guest today is Mr. Shum Ho-kit, BBSJP, the member of Yuen Long District Council, and he is a practicing solicitor in Hong Kong, and also he holds the lawyer certificate Guangdong Hong Kong Macau Greater Bay Area. He serves as an arbitrator with multiple arbitration institutions. In public service, he is a deputy to the 14th National People's Congress, a member of the Town Planning Board, and in other words, he is both on the front line of the community and sitting at the table where the policy and planning are discussed.
What's also interesting is that Mr. Shum enjoys studying Chinese history and the culture of the new territories. And he's devoted to basketball, who has been deeply involved in sports and youth-related work for many years. Today, starting from Yuen Long and the Northern Metropolis, we will discuss how the Northern Metropolis should be built, how it can move faster, and what real benefits to the people's daily lives actually look like, and how Hong Kong can define its unique role within the Greater Bay Area and the country's broader development.
Hello, Wilson.
Hello.
Welcome to our show today.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, so I know that you have different roles in the society. You are a solicitor, you are the deputy of the NPC, and a member of the Town Planning Board, and also member of the District Council. So how do you work on different roles, and how do you balance different roles for your life?
Obviously, there's a lot of things to do. So I think there's two keys. The first is time management, and secondly is delegation. Because one man cannot do everything, so you need teamwork and believe in your teammates. Yeah, also because I was born in the Northern Metropolis, Yuen Long,
Yes.
and I also work there. Apart from a lawyer's perspective, as a Yuen Long resident, I witnessed how Yuen Long and the Northern Metropolis grow.
Yes.
So I can share that experience with other peoples as well. Especially those who live in maybe Kowloon area or Hong Kong Island, they may not know that much about the Northern Metropolis. So yeah, I think that's a good thing to share.
Right. You have mentioned many times that Yuen Long is the core of the Northern Metropolis. So from town planning and from economic perspective, what are the three key areas where this core role is most evident? And if you had to explain the value of Northern Metropolis to the public in one sentence, what would you say?
I think Northern Metropolis is the future of Hong Kong. So while I say Yuen Long is the core, as we all know, the Northern Metropolis include both Yuen Long and the North District. But why I say Yuen Long is the core is because the San Tin Technopole and the Hetao district are all in Yuen Long. So and we know that Hong Kong's strategy is Hong Kong Island, especially the central area, will concentrate in the traditional finance sector, while the northern part will concentrate on innovation and technology, and that is located in Yuen Long. I'm not saying that the other areas are not important, they're equally important, but technology and innovation must be first among the equals.
Right.
So how do you comment on the future development of the Northern Metropolis? Of course, Yuen Long is the main section, and you have mentioned that we have the San Tin, the technology park, and also the Hetao, and we see that we are having the technology, housing, and also the industry, different kind of industries.
Yes.
All will be centered in Yuen Long or in the Northern Metropolis. So how do you see the development, or whether there are any challenges that we will face?
Well, obviously there are a lot of challenges because for historical reasons, most of the land is not owned by the government. That, of course, is a financial burden for the government, especially at the moment we are facing a budget deficit. But Of course, this is an obstacle, but it's something we can overcome. And the second thing is our law need to be updated because the world is moving really fast today, like with the AI and all that sort of technology. If things just change like every half year. We're not talking about year or years. We're talking about months. As all the government in the world are quite rigid. So we have to take a more flexible approach. But it's not easy for the government because there's a lot of traditions. So how do you change and the law as well? But with the new ledge code, I'm confident that we can pass the new law swiftly to face those new challenges and speed up everything.
I remember that you have made a very memorable point, which is do not waste your life on transportation. And you also support the idea of 10-minute living circle. For Northern Metropolis, what are the three most critical components to make that possible? Would it be jobs? Would it be education, healthcare, culture, sports, or something else?
I would say it's everything. So this 10 minutes philosophies, from my experience in the district council for like almost 15 years now, we always discuss about how to improve our traffic conditions, but it seems that we never succeed. And I start thinking, why? What's going on? For example, we're just asking for one more bus in the morning to go to Central. And it seems it's a very difficult task for the traffic department. But if you look back in the Central District, then you will understand because they have traffic congestion every morning. Why is that? Because most of the job is all in Central area. So every morning, people from all district, they just go to the Central. That's why it's so congested. Imagine if we have quality job just nearby our home, like I can get to my office in 10 minutes, then all these traffic problems will be solved. So I think also for our Hong Kong residents, it's a good thing that we don't waste so much time on traffic, and we got a more work-balanced life. You can see people who travel back home from Central at night, everybody just sleep on the bus. They're so tired.
So in the two sessions, you focus on the cross-border talent mobility. I think this is very important because the North Metropolis is just so near to the border. So how do you suggest that whether we should have more like the interest and also for the professional qualification for the mutual agreement on this? How do you see that for the taxation and also to make it more convenient for those talents to come in and go out?
Oh, that's a very good question. First of all, I think talents is very important for the development of Northern Metropolis and Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a very small place, and we do not have a lot of natural resources. So our most valuable resources is human resources. And if you want to develop technology and innovation, you need people. You need those people with a good brain. So bringing in the talent is very important. And then the next question is, how do we attract those talents? Well, they would consider a lot of different factors. They might have parents, they might have children, they might be married. So the first thing they would think about is, where do I live? And then they would think about their children's education, whether my family can get good medical service when it's needed. Of course, the income is very important for them as well. And when we talk about income, we need to consider about tax as well, because some Western countries, they pay a high salary, but they tax a lot too. But of course, Hong Kong is famous for its low tax environment. But how do we actually make that work for those foreign talents as well? Of course, when we talk about talents, apart from people coming from the mainland, we want to attract talents from all over the world. So yeah, I think we have to make everything work for these people to attract them.
So thank you today for your insights, and we hope that we will expedite the procedure and everything will be going in line for the development for the metro metropolis.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
very
Wilson.
Thank you,
you.
Wilson.
Thank you.